Welcome once more to the world of the Stoics, where respectable men acquire the delicate ability of wisdom to master relationships. Today, we're going to focus on the important realization that 99% of women have hidden desires that they will never discuss with you. This is reserved for high-value males who are aware of the nuances of female psychology. Envision revealing these latent needs and establishing a bond that very few people can ever hope to achieve. Are you prepared to delve deeply into the realm of attraction and connection that is not spoken? If so, get a cup of tea, say, "Yes, I'm ready," and let's get started on learning how to communicate subtly with women. Understanding women might seem like an impossible endeavor in today's environment, but it doesn't have to be. High-value men understand that it's not about big gestures or mind tricks. It involves observing non-verbal clues, interpreting non-verbal cues, and reacting empathetically. Women frequently express themselves through gestures and inferences that are influenced by cultural norms and expectations. Understanding this indirect communication style is essential to opening doors to deeper interactions. According to a quote from Marcus Aurelius, "The quality of your thoughts determines the happiness of your life." Relationships are a direct application of this Stoic idea. Women frequently won't express their wants to you outright, but if you listen carefully to their non-verbal signs, body language and tone of voice, you can infer their true desires from them without having to ask. For instance, remembering little information about her day or bringing her coffee are modest but meaningful gestures that can make a big difference. Even though she doesn't voice her wants openly, these small gestures of compassion let her know you are aware of them. What sets high-value men apart is their ability to perceive subtleties. Those who can take a moment to reflect, observe, and answer wisely are in a unique position in a society when social media and constant affirmation are the norm. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we speak, Epictetus sagely observed. The key to uncovering a woman's hidden desires is active listening. Observe her body language, tone of voice, and the subtle things she withholds from you. Women rarely express their desires to you explicitly, but they will show you. You'll begin to establish a relationship that goes beyond casual exchanges if you can recognize these signs. Over time, women's preferences also change. As she approaches her 30s or 40s, her values from her 20s could shift. A high-value man adjusts to this shift and embraces it. It's not about hanging on to antiquated ideas or past successes. It's about developing and changing alongside her to make sure the partnership endures. Establishing confidence is crucial. Being trustworthy extends beyond being dependable at all times. It's about being present on a regular basis in both major and minor occasions. A lady is more inclined to be honest and open with you if she feels safe with you. And it's precisely these candid times that strengthen the bond. She will regard you as someone she can always rely on if you constantly show her that you respect her, value her, and are dependable. Stoicism teaches us that our response to events matters more than what occurs to us. This entails concentrating on your behaviors, your reactions, and your emotional intelligence in relationships. Your relationship with women might change if you let go of grudges and small disagreements. According to Seneca, it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. In relationships, it's more important to recognize the subtleties of communication and respond thoughtfully rather than pressing for clarity. High-value men are aware of the important fact that although women adore massages, they don't always ask for them. Massages are a complex experience that touches on the relationship and emotional aspects of well-being, making them more than just a physical luxury. A massage can strengthen the emotional bond between partners, lower stress levels, and increase happiness. After a long day, the simple gesture of giving her a massage can say a lot. It demonstrates consideration, and an awareness of her unspoken wants. But why are so many women reluctant to request this basic pleasure? Sometimes it's difficult for individuals to communicate such wishes because of societal expectations or personal inhibitions. That's why it has considerably more significance when a man makes this gesture without being asked. It's about taking care of the relationship in a way that strengthens emotional ties and giving without asking anything in return. The force of an embrace is another unsaid reality. A hug is an expression of emotional connection, not just a passing hug. The love hormone, oxytocin, is released when you hug a lady close, fostering emotions of emotional connection and trust. A lasting, sincere hug reassures her that she is secure, valued, and cherished. These small, nonverbal cues have the power to completely change a relationship by strengthening the bonds of affection and trust. Men of Stoicism recognize that although silence can be just as powerful as speech, the most meaningful exchanges in a relationship frequently result from feelings rather than words. You are telling her that her presence is sufficient when you are able to be really present with her without having to fill the void with pointless conversation. This fosters an environment of respect and kinship that extends beyond appearances. Putting a hand on her back is another subtle yet impactful gesture. This is a basic touch that reaches deeper into your emotions. It conveys a sense of security and protection and is a nonverbal method of stating, "I'm here for you." In love relationships, this gesture creates emotional links, making her feel cared for without a single word. As you get skilled at navigating these nuances, keep in mind that women value a mate who will defend them. This does not imply needless boldness or pointless conflict. It's about respecting her, being there for her when she needs you, and giving her a sense of worth. A man's ability to calmly and convincingly defend his spouse builds mutual respect and a sense of security that strengthens the bond between them. Lastly, if you want to establish a long-lasting relationship with her, you must share your views and dreams with her. Men who are honest and emotionally accessible tend to attract women. You build intimacy and trust when you open up about your vulnerabilities and aspirations. She can feel more connected to you and comprehend your inner world because of your openness. It's the little important talks that hone your relationship, not the big pronouncements. Conclusion: you may change your relationships with women on a deeper level by putting Stoic concepts like openness, emotional strength, subtle gestures, and active listening into practice. Authentic connection is encouraged instead of forced connections made on the surface, thanks to these concepts. Even when someone doesn't express it directly, you can still infer what they genuinely desire or feel by actively listening to them. By being totally present and attentive, you pick up on the subtleties in her tone, expressions, and body language. Giving her the attention she deserves shows that you respect her feelings and ideas, which builds connection and trust. Small acts of kindness, like keeping in mind specifics or providing a consoling touch, convey your concern without being overbearing. Since these deeds show respect and thoughtfulness, they speak louder than words. They foster a subtle but intimate feeling of security that is frequently more profound than ostentatious love displays. Remaining collected and calm under pressure is a sign of emotional strength. Men who are able to control their emotions without acting impulsively tend to attract women. You stand out because you provide certainty and confidence while retaining emotional stability. Being sincere and eager to express your ideas and views is what it means to be open. When vulnerability is handled with compassion, it fosters a stronger emotional connection. Since you're not hiding behind a mask, this openness facilitates genuine, sincere communication. It's important to acknowledge her unspoken wants and respond to her with empathy rather than showering her with attention in order to apply these ideas. Once you've mastered these Stoic methods, you'll become a man that women are truly drawn to and can't stop thinking about.